Fellas, I know it's been a very, very long time since I've been to make a video and to talk to you guys. I know I told you I was going to be more consistent and giving you info and things about what's going on with me, but a traumatic event happened to me on February 2nd at 3:11 p.m. I got a phone call from my kid's mother to let me know that my son, my oldest son, Keith, had taken his life. He couldn't take it anymore. And he hung himself to death. And I went into a very, very, very dark place, a very, very bad spiral. And I just couldn't do videos. I'm still sober. I did not go back to drinking, but I was eating crap like it was nothing, eating everything, trying to cope. No, it's very hard. It's still hard. I'm better than what I was the day. Of course, the day of, I'm a nervous wreck, and the funeral too. It was very hard, and of course, dealing with his mother was even just as hard. As that funeral was awful, and leading up to it, just being the punching bag. I think that's, and being the blame. My fault. It's nobody's fault. Now, I do take some blame. There's some things I could have did differently, but I know the truth about who was really hurting him and who hurt him. Dealing with his mother, and I know it took a toll on him. I tried to come and do so many things, but you know what? I'm not gonna blame her, but damn, she could have been better. Sometimes you gotta let a man raise a boy. And Keith had his thing. And that's why I always talk to you guys about mental health. And I talk about take care of yourself physically, financially, emotionally, and mentally. You know, you got that right mindset. And I hate to say my son was trying to quit early too. I mean, he went through a bad situation with a girl, and then he wanted to come back. I want to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. Over a what? Son, you got a lot of living to do. And that was the first time. He was like 15 when he came up then. 15, 14. And he was just crying. It's like, and it's one of the things I say to young men, that probably have said on here. Understand, you don't control the beginning of your life, but you can definitely control the end, how it goes. So, man, you're just young. Life's just not starting for you. You got plenty of time. And he always seemed fine with me. He'd come upstairs to my house. The last time he was here was July, last year, 2024. He was here for a month. It was all my kids here. Then we actually went to go see Deadpool. I know we went to go see that. You got to have home cooked meals, and he's like, because I know eating his mother cooking, I know that was terrible, but she could never cook. But everything seemed good. We went out to places. He was 23. And we talked about the plan and things he needs to do, and we were supposed to go to Japan and Thailand this year. I'm a Dragon Ball Z shirt because I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z guy. He's a huge Naruto guy. And I was going to take him to Thailand to see that life in Japan, to go to a lot of these places and see, and just let him know there's more to the world. I always let you men know there's more to what you see around you. just traveling, and just I don't want none of you to give up. And the pain that I felt and the things that I dealt with, I wouldn't want anybody other than my worst enemies to go through. I wouldn't want their child to be going. That's for damn sure. But that feeling. I'm gonna be honest. People say I don't want my worst enemy to go. Yeah, I want you to feel that, but definitely don't want you to lose a child. I don't want anybody to lose a child. It's No, I wouldn't even want my worst enemy to feel pain like that. Because carrying your child's casket is man, it's not supposed to be like this. You're supposed to carry me. You're supposed to bury me. That's how. One thing my father talked about is he always made sure for us to understand death is a part of life, and to prepare us all for the day that we have to let him go. You know, saying my funeral's going to be on 10 minutes. What will we be here all day for? 10 minutes to go eat something good after that. Let me go. That's how he talks. And that's kind of, I talk with my kids. We ain't for no 3-4 hour funeral. I mean, I'm tired. It's time for me to go. Say your goodbyes and go live your life. But the whole thing up to dealing with Keith, and the police had came over to Nicole's house, and of course she called me right after, and we went over to the spot, to find out, where he hung himself. He went to an alley and somehow he just found a bunch of rope, and he hung himself with it. He made it where his feet were just barely off the ground like that. He made it where there was no turning back. Once you're in, you're in. Wasn't no coming back. Unless it's a certain, he wasn't coming back. So he was fully committed. And it was just a couple of weeks before he went through he actually walked over to the Walmart Supercenter. They don't stay too far from one. And he was walking up to strangers, man, do you have a gun? Can I borrow your gun? Because I want to kill myself. I want to kill myself. I need to kill myself. YouTube it, delete myself. And of course they called the police. Police took him to a mental institution, short care facility. And you're only there short care facility for a week. And his grandmother came and got him. We're taking him to. Well, she's like, I'm gonna take him to a long care facility. Okay, cool. Went to long-term care facility, bought the paperwork, the referral, and they denied him. I said, oh, he's fine. Even after all this, he's fine. He's okay. And the next day, he took his life. He hung himself. It's like, damn, man, just call me, talk to me. What's up? You need to come stay here for a while again? What's up? But I just have so much mixed feelings, and just like, me and his mom, no, we ain't talking, we ain't cool. I talked to my daughter, and my daughter burnt down on me on spring break. I was supposed to go get her tomorrow, but she's getting her hair done, and she's like, well, I want to hang out with my friends for spring break. I would say just bailing. My son bailed out of me yesterday, went with his cousin to College Station. But my daughter, she'll be down in Galveston. It's not that far from Houston, and I'll make sure I know, Dad is coming through. I will be driving down there to see you. But, of course, she's going to want money. Yeah, I'll do. That's the one thing that definitely changed. Oh, back to Nicole. We don't talk. I mean, it's worse than it's ever been. Now, we'll say our daughter graduates next year. I'm getting ready to get her senior pictures. I got to cool idea we're gonna do because I got a niece who graduates same year. They're 2 weeks apart, so I'm gonna put that together. Um, it was crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about the funeral. So there's people that want to come to the funeral. She said, I want it to be a small, intimate funeral. First was like only people that knew Keith. I was like, cool, okay. And kids that went to school with Keith, his classmates, reached out. There were a group that want to come. It's no different than some of my class do. When someone from our class, classmates die, we say acknowledgement, passing from his classmates, and I think it was a few more to come. She didn't want them there. Okay. Then she said only people that knew him intimately. Okay. Then she said only people that helped raise him. Okay. So my parents come and she's like, I really don't want them there. And granted, the insurance is her name, and the service, even though I helped pay, but the crazy thing about it, she sent me the money back that I sent for our son's funeral. Because the insurance hadn't kicked in. I guess the insurance kicked in, she sent the money. It is what it is. But I'm sitting up here like, it's a celebration of his life, and even his grandmother was the same way. And remember Jayla's godmother, my sister Sarita, she said she's coming because she wanted to support Jayla. She's been knowing Keith. She has a relationship with Keith. She's our daughter's godmother. Why would she not know Keith? So we get there. I get there I get there first, and apparently she has a problem. Why are you here so early? What? To dress our son. That's dress our son. Wasn't allowed to do that. I'm coming, it's closed casket. I'm trying not to throw a goddamn fit because our kids are there. My son, our daughter, and okay. So many other things, and the obituary, some BS. So Jayla's godmother shows up, my sister Sarita, crazy. It was crazy. Also, I gave a speech. That's my son. I gave a speech about it. And I guess people were moved, crying. It's just how I felt about our son. Not to mention, we dressed up, me and my son. We were going to let Jayla do that, but Jayla, I didn't want to just impose. Because my son's favorite thing, hoodies, Naruto, headphones. He just always had that thing, the headphones. Naruto hoodie and sweatpants and Crocs. That was his thing. You would think that was his goddamn tuxedo or suit, just 3-piece suit, 5-piece suit. That was his thing. So that's what we wore. And I guess a couple of people laughed at some of the things I said, the jokes, and we talked about. She just had this stank look her whole time. It's like, is this about our son or something? You got some issues with me? And of course, after the funeral, we don't want to give her condolences to her mother. Just lost something. No, don't touch me. You were told, Jeremy. You what? And then her mother comes in. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. She's apologized. Thank you for coming. She gets an attitude with Miss Faye. No, Miss Faye. She's not family. I guess blood family, but that was. I forget her name. That was a woman who would babysit. Miss Faye. That's a woman who babysitted Keith. It's like, want the moment to be about you or something? I'm just so upset about the whole thing. And we get ready. So deal with that. Sarita I was like, all right, sis, I'll see you later on. No. Jayla gets to hug her godmother. And see my niece that was there too. She was there. And we talk. You can tell Nick is just upset. I don't know what the hell. I'm like, all right, let it be. So we get in line to go to the funeral, to the gravesite. And of course my son and me, you know, his uncle and his aunt's boyfriend, fiance. We carried along with two people from the funeral service. Yeah, it carried pretty far too. It was pretty far. And lay him down, you know. And of course, you know, sitting by my daughter, she had a great speech too. She spoke a lot of things I didn't know. And really, just I usually don't cry, but listen to my daughter, that broke me. But we're out there talking, and of course, get ready for funeral. People are hungry. I was like, hey, I catered. Got somebody to cater some Jamaican food. Just no, you know, like the pans, you know, it's from jerk chicken, oxtails. They had a big old thing, like $300, $400. You know, some rice. It's a whole bunch of things over there. So, y'all hungry and everything? Oh my God, Nick. Oh my God, my daughter's mother. No, nobody need nothing from you. Why are you doing this? Of all places. So, of course, my daughter, who loves Jamaican food, her mother, my daughter's grandma, loves Jamaican food, so they got a whole bunch of Jamaican food. And all you can hear as I drop the food off, y'all gonna eat this nigga food? What are we doing? What are we doing? They end up leaving and going to, I think, Texas Roadhouse to get something to eat. And it's like, I'm not your enemy. And I guess one of my homeboys says, like, look, dude, of course she's gonna hate you. Hate me about what? Seeing you as you built yourself up, you doing better without her, make her feel some type of way. Granted, I've only seen the woman like this is my 7th time seeing her in 17 years. We don't see each other, we don't talk to each other. I go through a mother. Once my daughter got to a certain age, I talk to my daughter. But it's $1,000 and more in child support you get. All kinds of stuff she's done, keep trying to get an increase. She ain't never stopped away from that. But just all these things and all that bitterness, all that emotions, all that stuff fest. I'm like, that was more important to have that attitude, act that way at our son's funeral than to, you know, make sure he's good, to make sure our kids are good. Excuse me, our child. And that thing blew me away, and it told me, I'm like, it's my fault. What? And I got away from social media. I got away from making videos. And I was eating BS, eating all kinds of snacks and just trying to cope. I went through my whole prescription of medication from the VA and got a new one. I'm back with a therapist. So guys, mental health is important. But I'm telling you this because that's what happened to me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, even when it's all said and done, some of these women will not let go of their bitterness, being mad at you. It's just their feelings outweigh everything. Some women are more loyal to their feelings than sending their child off on a proper funeral. I miss my son. I do. I miss him every day. And I have to learn how to live with knowing he's not going to be a part of my story anymore. That we have to close the book and the chapter's over. And it breaks my heart. But what hurts so much is my daughter seeing this stuff. And knowing my daughter's plan of her going to Texas A&M and staying with me because she don't want to deal with that. Yeah. Knowing we couldn't do right by our son's funeral because of someone's emotions and feelings. Damn that it had nothing to do with what was going on. Damn the fact that been a stand-up good father. Damn all that. It was a brutal time for me. Losing my son and then dealing with damn ignorance. And it just made me I'm ready for this senior year to be over with. With my daughter, because I'm going to tell you right now, that woman, I'm never going to see that woman again. I already don't see it now, but that high school graduation, when we get that cap and gown and get that diploma, I know for a damn well fact I'm never going to see you again. Never. As long as God willing, my baby is healthy and does everything. I take that back. I'll see you at our wedding, at our daughter's wedding. That's where I'll probably see it. And I definitely ain't sitting by you. And I definitely ain't got to talk to you. No conversations need to be held now. That process was already difficult enough, and then I had to deal with this damn devil. Guys, one thing, if you go to Breakfast Club and there was an interview with David Banner, he said something that I want you to carry and leave you guys with. He said something that, go watch that interview. Great interview. Love David Banner. David Banner's, that's our black brother. That's a brother. That's a man. That's masculinity. That's what he was trying to be, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. That's a great man. Talked about his unborn child and how much he loved his unborn child. What better thing to do to make sure than choose for his child the perfect mother, the right mother. You single men that don't have kids, you control that. Choosing your child the perfect mother, the best mother, you control that. Because guys, you can see for me, dealing with that bullshit and the fact that I'm a single father raising a child by myself, I didn't choose right twice. Good man or not, you see, my daughter, she'll even tell you, I'll do a video on my daughter eventually. I'm finna have a daughter come live with me because she don't want to deal with that stuff no more. But I didn't choose my kids the best mother because I was reckless. Don't be reckless. Give your child the best mother you can find, the best mother they'll ever have when you choose the woman that you're going to marry and have kids with. Really dwell on that, research that woman, pray on it. David Mann was right about that. You control that much. But be there for your sons, and guys, I can't say enough, mental health is really important. Must address it. Talk to someone. Please. Talk to your father. Talk to a therapist. Get help. I know you get tired of life and tired of dealing. You feel like, well, God's doing this. You know what? God can't fire you because you're going to quit. Don't quit. Guys, I told you, I almost killed myself. 7 pounds of pressure with that gun. I was going to blow myself away because I thought my life was so over. Until I found other means and found other ways and figured out things, got help through VA. Got 100%, got a new job. Everything turned out right. Everything turned out good. And I stopped overthinking. Take care of your mental health. Take care of yourself emotionally, physically, financially. Love you guys. Stay up. Pray about it. Don't give up. Don't stop fighting. Suicide is never the answer.